Hey everybody, this is Josh Olive with Haven Comics, bringing you the Haven Comics Quiz Show, episode number 8, our spectacular, fantastic Halloween episode wherein we ask questions and people win prizes. Pretty cool. Stay tuned. I just wanted to play that second one for fun because I like it. As I said, Josh Olive with Haven Comics. Let me bring on my co-host, Mr. Jeremy Bernard, the official realtor. Oh, whoa, we don't have Jeremy Bernard. Who are you?
Yeah, you might not recognize me, but it's me under this clever disguise.
I never would have thought. Please tell me that you and your daughter did like a father-daughter costume thing.
You know, we really tried to, and my wife was going to be Mike from Monsters, Inc. For anyone who hasn't seen,
one eye.
Little known character trait. For anyone who hasn't seen Monsters, Inc., that's because it's 20 years old, and I have to watch it every day. Sometimes
it's 20
2 times
years
a day.
old, is it really?
It's 20 years old. It's like 2003, and the update, Monsters University, that's 10 years old.
No.
Yeah. Look it up. I'll look it up. IMDb.
Also, so good though.
Yeah, no, it's not bad. I mean, the Monsters University is way better. Real quick though, this is our first holiday show, so I think we need to update that intro.
Okay, that was awesome. That's the first time I've seen that, everybody. I'm dying to see it. What have we got? I'm going to do it again. That's so cool.
Like
let's say hey to who. Let's see who we got in the chat. We got Grace representing all the way from California. Welcome, Grace. Hope you are doing well tonight. Glad to have you. It must mean your class is out for tonight or something. Alan Breedlove from the Breedlove Asylum. Yo, Joe. Thank you for that subtle dig that you always give me. Kaylisa, yes, we do have a professional scarer on deck. Yeah, screams are very powerful. He will make everyone scream.
I want to tell a story about that real quick too. So you said, you know, is this a father-daughter get up? Yes, except when I was trying to introduce it to her so she wasn't afraid, I made the terrible PTSD-inducing mistake. When I walked out of the room to show her, I growled. I did the old water noose jump and growl. And she turned around, man, we got it on video too. It is the saddest thing I've ever seen, but it's also hilarious because she's so small. But it scared the crap out of her, and now she can't look at her like Sully toy. She like sees the little purple dots and she wants to cry. It's terrible.
You're gonna feel bad about that one for a while, and at least by the time she's a teenager, you're gonna be like, yeah, you were a chicken and I made you cry just by turning around and going, "Her."
I hope I never enjoy making her cry, but hopefully at some point I don't feel as bad.
I bet at some point in your life you're gonna think back to this moment and go, nope, I was wrong. I did enjoy making her cry. She made me angry. Tedessa, hey, how you doing? Thanks for joining us. Yeah, I thought that intro rocked pretty good too. That was awesome. Everybody likes the intro. Well done on that, Jeremy. Josh Harrison, welcome to the Upside Down. Yes. Yeah, this is perfect intro for this time of year. I agree. I think so. I was right. That's we got Grace because she's classes out. Zach, no, I think everybody likes it. Well done, Jeremy. I had nothing to do with that. That was Jeremy all the way. Repping from Las Vegas. Well done. I hear that what happens there stays there.
Let's quickly shout out to Owen, too, for writing our questions again this week. Owen does a great job every week of writing the questions. And so if you hate them, it is Owen's fault, not ours.
Wow. That is awesome. Yes.
So we've got some great guests this week. Two super interesting.
We have more than one guest.
Yeah, the holiday show, we had to double up. Man, that's a good story.
I love that he just put that out there too.
Do you want to go ahead and bring them on?
Let's go ahead and bring them on. Welcome to our special guests. Oh, let's see if we can go to the other view. There we go.
Hey, how y'all?
That is the creepiest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm a little weirded out. It's like Snake Eyes and Robin Hood had a baby. I'm not sure what happened there.
What are you? Are you just a shadow?
Shadow.
Oh, Peter Pan and his shadow. That's awesome.
Oh, that is very cool.
Our dog is Nana.
No, Nana. Your dog is Nana.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm put you on the big screen. Pull that back up. Let's see. I got to see the dog because that's what a sweetheart. How cool is that?
He's been letting me dress him up in Harry Potter and Baby Yoda costumes all week, so he's sweet.
That's a good dog.
Mm-hmm.
He's the best.
My wife tries to put a bandana on our dog, and he's like, "No, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing it."
Jeffrey, are we going to see your face at all in this entire episode?
I've debated not taking it off, but I can put it down.
That's up to you. I mean, super creepy. We might get more viewers because they're trying to figure out what you are.
By the way, Jeremy, also love your intro.
Oh, thank you.
Let's see. He's not half bad looking. I don't know why you make him wear that thing. Well, welcome, guys. Yeah, fair enough. I feel stupid.
This show, for the record, Kim, Jeffrey, it's interactive. You will get some active hate or love in the audience based on your behaviors. So good luck.
That's true.
So I want to go ahead and catch them up real quick on what the show is, and then I'd like to spend a minute and talk to Kim and Jeffrey and introduce them and talk to everyone about what they're about. But basically, so audience, I want you to pay attention to Kim and Jeffrey. You are going to play for a series of prizes. Let's cut to our prize cam real quick here. So we've got a pretty maybe not vast, but a bunch of different stuff that you're playing for. Each question is tied to a particular prize, and then if you lose or don't answer the question, then the audience gets to answer the question. So whoever answers first gets to answer the question. So you're not going to lose any. Obviously, you're going to walk home with all the prizes. But audience, they're going to lose every single one. So stay on your toes. You have to be the first one to answer to get the prize. And we've got some cool stuff this week.
We have some cool stuff, and we've even got something cool that just came in. We got two things, actually, because I'm mad with power. I'm just going to tell you. One of those things is a Haven Comics acrylic pen.
Oh, that's cool.
Which you can most people here in town have to wear a lanyard a good part of their day. One of these puppies on your lanyard, you can rep Haven wherever you go.
You can.
And if that doesn't work and you just desperately need to have Haven in some way associated with your vehicle, we also have keychains. Mad with power I am. That or the people at who make this stuff have really got my number, and they're just like, we got a sucker, guys. Just reel that guy in.
So hold on, that's advertising for Haven. So are you going to pay people to take them?
No, that's the beauty of this kind of advertising. People pay for the privilege. It's like right now I'm advertising for Black Panther.
That's true. I paid to advertise for Disney. So.
Hey, well, hang on a sec. We've got some. Let's hear your suggestions here, Owen. Is one of them autumnal? Because I thought autumnal was awesome. Hey, Mike Wesolowski, I got a phone call about your visit earlier today. We'll get you. We'll find the thing that we're looking for you. We'll get you taken care of, and also thank you.
Thought I said Mike Wazowski.
It's pretty close. I have to agree. Immortal Hulk is really good, and Ice Cream Man is kind of creepy. I'm not a fan, but I get it. It's creepy.
I just started reading Ice Cream Man. I think it's really good. We're in the spooky time of year, and so all of the stuff that I typically like to read is very apropos. Ice Cream Man is really good. Something is Killing the Children is really good. There's another one that I just picked up. It Eats What Feeds It. I don't have it in front of me. Titles are getting really long.
They are, and a lot of them are just full sentences now.
Yeah.
Okay, why did we make that the thing? It's weird. Mike Wesolowski just pointed out, and he's right. You guys should tag team the costume. That's Mike Wesolowski with one eye.
So
Stillwater's also a great scary
book. I like
book.
Stillwater too. Owen actually hooks me up with a lot of the picks that I really enjoy.
Have you read Autumnal yet?
I haven't read Autumnal. What's that about?
It's a woman who had as far as she can remember, she had a terrible childhood. She left home. She left her little dinky town, whatever. She got the heck out of there. Finds out her mom died. She goes back because her mom left stuff for her in her will. Shows up at the funeral. She gets there in time for the funeral, but there's nobody there. Nobody in town. There's nobody there. It's one of those ones where you hear some kids like in the playground or in the park as she walks past headed to the funeral home, and they're singing little children nursery rhyme kind of songs that are super creepy, and you're like, clearly something is amiss in this town. Then when she at the funeral, she kind of yells at her mom at the closed casket, and then at the end she walks up to like open the casket and spit on it, and you get the reveal at the end of the first issue. So I'm curious to see where the second issue goes.
Well, now I need to know what it is.
Well, that's why I didn't.
I mean, you can't spoil it for me.
Right.
Obviously, you just did a good job. I'm going to read it now.
It's a good book. I think we have one copy left at the shop, and it's already gone to a second print.
Wow. I see a trend in short runs on independent books lately, and they're really great. So I think we should pay a little more attention to the independent runs. But great segue. Let's talk to Kim and Jeffrey and get to know a little bit more about them. Kim, Jeffrey, who are you? What do you do? What are you about? Give us your life story in less than one sentence.
Oh, exciting.
Less than one sentence. It's a very long fragment.
I am a pediatrician at a hospital nearby, and I work with sick kids and take care of newborn babies.
So my wife tells me often that I have the backwards problem, and I have an outer child and an inner adult. So does that make me a candidate to be a patient of yours, or no?
I don't think you would fit in the beds. We have trouble with like.
You'd be so right about that.
I'm Jeffrey. I'm a real estate attorney in town, and I focus on real estate planning, and business formations.
So you do estate planning, and she's a doctor.
Dealing with babies.
Yes.
They do the full spectrum.
So she's just babies. So I was going to say, if you guys were planning the audience, if you're planning on dying at all, you got to talk to one of them. But it sounds like
if you start your family, you start with her and you'll end with me.
Oh, that's
a
better.
Family right there.
Yeah.
And you've got a dog in between to keep you company.
There you go.
What are you guys into? What do you like?
And when it comes to Halloween, I think the only thing we really get into is Stranger Things. She's a Stranger Things fanatic.
But aside from that, I get scared too easily. So we went to school together growing up, and Our friends used to trick me into watching scary movies.
Mm-hmm.
It was terrible.
She's still scarred. It's awful.
Hey, shout out real quick to Mr. Michael Floyd. How you doing, brother? Michael Floyd from up in Ohio. So we've got folks tuning in from all over the country tonight.
That's pretty cool.
Look at that. This would be a good time to tell people to do the thing, right? To smash the stuff, violently assault your computer,
Oh, yeah.
smash the button, ring the
gotta-
bell.
You got to hit every single button on your computer at the same time to follow us. If you even want to, like Josh Harrison said, we're not your supervisor. You do what you want.
This is the way.
Owen smartly wants us to point out what firm does he work at. Jeffrey, what?
I work with a partner called Russ Munger, and we're Munger and Middleton.
So, if you want any estate planning or you plan to buy a house, Jeffrey is your guy. And if you are a child and need a doctor, is your gal.
So I guess, Kim, my question is, can you help Jeremy's daughter get over the fear that he just induced in her?
That might take a little more time than I can do in the hospital.
She is going to report him to Child Protective Services or whatever.
Oh, man. Come on. I'm trying my best. Don't start me off there.
All right. Well, should we launch into some questions and get some answers and distribute some prizes?
I think we should. And Owen, I think you should stop that.
Is this the first time you've learned about that, Jeremy, or have you known about that for a while?
I thought I noticed him a couple of times, but I thought I was just playing tricks on myself. Yeah. So let's jump in. We actually have 13 questions this time. It's Halloween. We had to jump from our normal 10 to 13. 13 also means 13 prizes. So once again, audience, you're going to win them all. Stay on your toes. And Kim and Jeffrey, I have complete faith in you. Let's jump to our very first question. And for this question, we're going to play for a sticker pack. And I am going to throw in, since you guys are Stranger Things fans, I'm going to throw in an original sketch that I did of the Demogorgon. I'm actually a pretty big Stranger Things fan too. So is our prize cam here? Yes, our prize cam is up and running. You're going to play for just a pack of stickers. A lot of these came from, help me out, Josh, remind me.
That would be Geek Out Huntsville.
Geek Out Huntsville, and then I threw a couple other ones that I had in because it's Halloween. So we got this Jason S'more. That's Jason, and he's eating s'mores. That's the joke.
I dig that.
That's awesome.
Okay, so question 1. You guys have first shot at it.
Hang on before we go to the questions. One more. Hey, Ryan Williams, Mr. Comics and Death Metal. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. And as far as following you and stopping that,
come on.
You have a big fan.
Huh?
You have a big fan.
Yeah. He's,
one of those fun kind.
Yep. He's the best kind of fan to have.
They love you to death.
Oh, and I love you like a brother. So I will promise not to call the police if you just stop right now. All right, question 1. With 32 episodes, what is the name of the Simpsons annual Halloween special?
I know it.
You don't get to answer.
There are 32 versions of this?
There are 32 seasons of the show, and they do a Halloween episode every year.
See, that's a bad start that I didn't know that.
That show is probably older than you guys are.
Halloween episode.
It's as good a guess I got.
You guys pass? Oh, you said Halloween episode?
The Halloween episode.
Well, it is the Treehouse of Horror. Every year they do a Treehouse of Horror. Actually, you know what? We had Travis way up there. So he answered so quick I didn't even see it. So Travis is the winner of the sticker pack and the original sketch. All right, so everyone's on board how this works. You guys get first crack, and then if you let it slip, then it goes to the audience.
Yeah, it kind of puts you guys in a weird position because the audience is cheering for you. Like, I hope you win. And at the same time, they're like, boy, I hope you don't.
Yeah, they're rooting for the bowl. A lot of them. All right.
Good start, babe.
I haven't watched The Simpsons since I was a kid. I used to be able to watch it before I could understand what they were saying, and then I wasn't allowed to watch it after that.
That's probably a good rule. When the jokes stop going over your head and you start to go, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Your parents are like, yep, we're not doing that anymore. Good call. Good call. All right, so that was a good warm up. You guys ready for your next question?
Yes. Hopefully that's something we can actually get.
All right. Now,
Kim, I know you're a big Disney fan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Okay.
they're dressed up as Peter Pan and his shadow and Nana. I'm going to go out on a limb and say
Mild fans.
right. And that's cool because I'm right there with you. So we can nerd out about that later.
That's the best part of working in pediatrics is because you get to be a kid all day, every day.
And she does.
I dig that.
Awesome.
I like that. I might, if I could handle blood and guts and puke and all the stuff that goes with people who are in hospitals, maybe I should have considered that. But I can't. So that I did.
Tomorrow at work, their whole team's going as a Toy Story 4 group.
Oh, no, that's Saturday.
Oh, it's Saturday.
Yeah.
How awesome is that?
That's still very cool. Yeah. There's a lot of disappointment for it being Saturday instead of tomorrow.
Yeah. I'll dress up as something else random tomorrow.
This is awesome. That's the stages of life right there. Yep. Oh. All right, so we had a warm-up question. You guys are getting into the flow of things now. I think we're going to nail this one. And this prize, we had one of our viewers, Christine May, donated a couple of Ninja Turtles masks that you can wear. So pretty cool if you need a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles mask. And since TMNT, The Last Ronin #1 came out, that's a perfect prize for this week. And our question this week is, what city does Disney's classic Halloween movie Hocus Pocus take place in?
Salem, Massachusetts.
Nailed it.
Boom!
See, they just needed to get warmed up.
May have watched it last night.
Which, surprisingly, he had never watched it before.
It's true.
I'm
I've
going
never
to be
seen
honest with you guys. My wife and I watched it Tuesday night, I think, something like that. And that was the first time I'd ever seen it. I had somehow missed it. That was an odd movie.
It was.
For a Disney movie, it had some subject matter that was a little bit more than I was expecting, and they kept referring to it over and over and over. I would hate to be a parent having to explain to their kid, like, okay, yeah, this is the kind of person that had to light that candle.
Mike brings up a good point because I cannot get away without getting razzed about every single thing I've missed. No, Mike, I have not ever seen Hocus Pocus. I don't feel like I've ever seen any movie since this show has started. It's literally every single movie we talk about I have not seen.
Yeah, I did too.
I mean, you've never seen, what, Lord of the Rings? You've never seen Indiana Jones?
I saw the first Lord of the Rings. Just the first one.
What are you waiting
No Indiana Jones. Man, it's a long list. They give me every time. And then they're like, well, what about this? And no, it's like 10 new movies every single week. And I don't know what I've been doing with my life.
You and Lindsay work too much.
Ryan is so disappointed
That's
in you,
true.
he's not even shocked by what you haven't seen anymore. Look, that's resignation right there. He's so resigned to how horrible you are. That's terrible. Nick Ellis is in the house. Two Brothers Comics. Check that out, folks. That is Nick Ellis from Two Brothers Comics. If you have nothing, you want to talk comics with some cool people, their Saturday Night Babylon show on YouTube every week is a hoot. It's got two brothers on the show, so they argue a lot, and that's always fun. People show up just to watch them like get on each other's nerves half the time. But no, it's good stuff.
That makes me think of that episode of Arrested Development where the dad, George Bluth, like films the two guys fighting all the time.
Got nothing.
Job and Michael. No.
Nope.
Okay, never mind.
That is, see, she's drawing parallels between one thing and another, and that's good because that's the kind of skill you need to answer these questions correctly.
And I just sit here and usually have a beer.
Yes, it is spelled Babylon, although I think they hyphenate it. But yeah, hey, Nick, drop a link in the chat, will you? You should.
So for question 3, the prize is going to be my comic book that I published earlier this summer. That is Brief But Unsettling Home Videos.
Kim,
I don't know.
Deborah, you might want to read it before Kim because it's a little on the scary side.
Awesome.
I don't know. The prize cam usually can't manipulate. Oh, there we go. She can this time. She's got the camera in one hand. So this is just a comic that I made with a collection of artists. It's got some stories that I wrote. It's a very fun project, and that's what we're playing for next.
That's awesome.
So
That's why you haven't watched movies, because you're busy creating all these like amazing things.
man, I never stop making things, and it is stressful. So stop razzing me about Indiana Jones. Sheesh. Okay, so next question. An annual seance on October 31st, 2020 will mark the 93rd attempt to reach the spirit of what world-renowned escape artist?
I would think so.
Houdini?
Nailed it. Also, I appreciate just say anything. If you're going to be wrong, you might as well be wrong. So,
Gotta confirm.
Harry Houdini died on October 31st, 1926. He had this thing where he'd invite people to just punch him over and over again. And this woman punched him in the stomach. And so it caused inflammation of the lining of his abdomen and ruptured his appendix. You know, that one kind of feels like maybe. Yeah, it's just a random woman.
The person who killed Houdini.
That one kind of, Houdini was a really cool guy, but that kind of feels a little bit like Darwinism. He just said, hey, why don't you just come beat me up? And eventually somebody did it and he died. So a lesson to be taken away from that one.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm going to tell you guys, I had a friend one time. This was back in 1993, 94. He is.
That's the last time you had a friend?
Right. That was the last time. He was really ticked off about something, and he was really angry, and he wanted to just punch somebody as hard as he could. And I got an older brother, you know, okay, whatever. And I was like, go ahead, you punch me as hard as you can. And he goes, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, go for it. He's like, are you really serious? Yeah.
But
You're not going to hit me back? No, I'm not going to hit you back. He rears back and he swings as hard as he can. I think he probably didn't quite swing as hard as he can, but he swung pretty hard. Right in the gut. And it's not a hard surface there for me. It's not like a 6-pack. It's more like a keg with a nice padding around it. And so he hit and his wrist kind of went like, whoop. And he actually ended up spraining his wrist. He had to wear a thing on his arm for like 6 weeks.
It's a hell of a superpower.
Yeah. Unlike that wimp Houdini, I didn't die.
That's awesome.
Yeah, true story. And just for fun, so anybody who wants to know or who does know him, the person who did that, that was Scott Oden, the novelist, the writer. Writer of awesome books like this.
Huh.
And the sequel, which is this. These are his 2 most recent books. I got a shelf full of his stuff up here. Because we're still friends, even though he punched me in the gut and hurt himself.
Josh is so popular, he's got He's got fancy writer friends to beat him up.
Well, I have other fancy writer friends too, but none of them have ever hit me that I know of. Although one of them did tear my shirt once, and it made me so angry that I apparently picked him up off the ground and I was yelling at him, and the words were indistinguishable. Mm-hmm. And that put the fear of God in him. And so he disappeared, and he came back with a new shirt to replace it and like a bag full of cheeseburgers as a peace offering.
Oh, man. Jeffrey's a lawyer, so you got to ask him.
That was this guy, Mr. Christopher Reese.
You're incriminating yourself a lot there.
Well, I mean, all I did was respond to what he did, and
Chris is the nicest guy in the world, too.
He absolutely is.
Chris is so nice. I can't imagine him doing anything mean to you. But the idea that he did something that you didn't like, and then he brought you a bag full of hamburgers as a response is just a perfectly Chris response. So. Yeah,
he was trying to be funny, and he reached across the counter like he was going to pick me up by my shirt or something, and my shirt just went rip. And it was my favorite t-shirt. And I was like, man, look at that. Actually, I had a lot more of a temper back then.
Crazy.
I wish I could instill fear like that.
You're a doctor. All you have to do is tell people you need to look at their eyes, and they're like,
this conversation is getting a lot meaner than usual. If this is your first time tuning in, we're not usually so mean. Also, I usually don't crunch ice like a jerk.
Well, are we ready for our next question?
I think so. We talked a lot about this last episode. A lot.
We did. But if we can go to the prize cam, our next prize up is the Amazing Spider-Man number 34 variant with the Green Goblin. Pretty cool issue. Nice cover. And that's a nice Green Goblin variant. Very cool. That Green Goblin glider is not OSHA approved. Okay, so to win that non-OSHA approved prize, here is your question. And I learned this year, so I don't know where this information has been hiding my entire life, but here you go. So, before pumpkins became the holiday standard, what island country started the tradition of carving jack-o'-lanterns around Halloween using turnips and radishes? Little scary turnips and radishes instead of pumpkins. And what island country used to do that?
I actually used to know this. But now I don't.
Give me a location in the world.
I can't remember. Yeah. Turnips.
Turnips and radishes.
Who knows where East Kingdom is?
It's an island.
Oh.
It is an island.
Sorry.
It is not Australia.
I have a small bone to pick with this question. Lindsay and I were talking about it earlier. So you're thinking island, but the island is actually two countries that share the same name.
No,
that should help, but it doesn't.
Wait,
The island is two countries that share the same name.
It is also not this place.
It's not Atlantis. It's a good guess, though, Mike.
Yeah, they might have considered it, but they say.
Oh, that's Asia then, because Asia's where all the islands are.
I got nothing. You want to throw one out there?
Sure. Philippines.
That one popped up here in the comments. So apparently that, most people are thinking that it's actually Ireland. So Ireland is an island with Northern Ireland, which is a separate country.
Oh, that is true.
Should have stuck my gut.
Well, I said East Europe originally.
I feel like you guys were right on the verge of that before. So this one is was Grace that won
Yep.
that one, right?
It was.
So this is going to go to Grace.
Well done, Grace.
Indeed. Well, that's a. I'm assuming this is Justin commenting, but
North and South
the
Dakota.
island nations of North and South Dakota.
Might as well be.
That's a comic book that we haven't
Yeah.
seen yet.
We're from the island of South Dakota.
That was a picture of it on Jeopardy recently,
Picture what?
of the turnips,
Oh,
On
really?
Jeopardy.
On Jeopardy?
but it was muted, so I couldn't hear what they said.
Work problems.
Kim, Jeffrey, I have a real question for you. Serious question. You got to dig deep.
Okay.
How do you watch movies? Because with you being a doctor and you being a lawyer, wouldn't every movie be spoiled in some way? I feel like you have to catch all those inaccuracies.
Nah,
He's pretty good about brushing it off. I have issues sometimes about how things are,
I can turn off my brain, my work brain, just go straight into imagination world and have fun there. She cannot.
especially when they like have different like medical things happen, and I'm like, that's not realistic. Oh, they said, oh, that's not how you do CPR.
It's
So-
super fun. The only show we can watch together is Scrubs, but it's too real, so she won't watch it.
I get really emotional
Wow.
watching Scrubs. Like,
Scrubs is too real.
yes, it's probably out of all the medical shows the most realistic.
It reminds me so much of Residency.
Yeah,
That's
so literally the first 4 episodes, I cried every single one. I was like, oh, I was there. Oh, I remember that.
What's up, Southern Comic Geek? Thanks for joining us.
When you say too real, do you mean like emotionally too real, or do you mean like medically accurate?
It's much more accurate in terms of like, well, one, medically for the most part, and two, just the whole experience. Like they talk about like the emotions that you go through, or the thought process, or how like your first day of being a doctor is, and that was well explained for being a TV show that had comedy in it. So.
Wow.
They would have been okay if they had just put in some safety railing.
I got one quick movie that I haven't seen that I want to talk about real quick.
Of course. Those who
Bloodletting.
have, we'll discuss.
Bloodletting and Miraculous Cures. I read that maybe it was last year. I loved that book. I have not seen the movie, of course. I haven't seen any movies.
I didn't know that.
Razz me all day long, but that book is great.
Yes, very good book.
Kim's heard of it.
I read
And
it.
hey, you know what? Got you one time, Josh. You haven't heard of something I'm talking about. Shows why I go to become a champ. Good one. Okay, so our next question is, this is typically where we'd have the Canadian question of the night, but because we have 13 questions this time, we're going to stretch it out a little bit. Are you guys Batman fans?
Yeah.
I say there is only
Awesome.
one acceptable answer to that. So that was close.
I mean, thematically, we're fans.
Tim Sale and Jeff Loeb were the creative team for what classic 13-issue Batman miniseries that found the Cape Crusader investigating the mysterious holiday killer in 1997? I didn't say what the prize is because it is this comic book.
For the record,
Say it again.
that's one of the best comic book stories. It's phenomenal.
I hardcore agree. Hardcore agree. Tim Sale and Jeff Loeb were the creative team for what classic 13-issue, on theme there, Batman miniseries that found the Cape Crusader investigating the mysterious holiday killer. This was in 1997 is when this was written. So super relevant time-wise, 23 years ago. But it's still, in my opinion, one of the absolute best comic books, Batman stories ever.
I don't know. I'm just going to guess the Killing Joke.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Legit.
Owen, you said it was the prize, and you explained why it's the prize. Owen's going to have to fill me in on what he means here.
Well, if we go to the prize cam and show it, it does not look like that's the book you've got there.
Okay, that's what I thought. Zach, you're the winner here, so you're going to have to endure if I was wrong. Let's cut to the prize cam.
See, that says Haunted Night.
Okay.
But I mean,
What
that,
I have,
Tim
the
Sale.
info here I have is prior to this, Tim Sale and Jeff Loeb had partnered on 3 Batman Halloween specials. Those are collected in the trade paperback titled Haunted Night, which is the prize for this question. Again, this is Owen's fault if I have screwed it up.
How do you like the feel of that bus, Owen? Meow.
Oh, okay. I was confused. Haunted Night is a really good story too, but Long Halloween, that's not the prize. I'm very sorry to
The real deal,
Zach.
if you like Haunted Night and you want more of the same from the same creators, Batman The Long Halloween, absolutely one of the coolest Batman stories ever.
I love them as a team, Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale. Separately, I mean, I'm still into them, but as a team, they're just glorious.
They are like peanut butter and jelly. They go together very well. But well done, Zach. Well done, Zach. Good for you. Zach will be by on Saturday to pick up his prize because he is a regular and he will do that. And we look forward to that. All right. So that was a rough one. That's okay. You guys are going to bounce back because I'm pretty sure you're going to nail this one so fast that nobody will have, they'll be like trying to type an answer and it will be too late.
All right, it's all you. You got this.
So now that I've put some pressure on you, you'll be like, oh God, I just know what.
We surprised the prize cam.
So for this prize is the Walking Dead number 100 variant. This is the black and white variant. So that's a good Halloween-y kind of theme answer there for prize. So that is the prize. The question. In Tim Burton's classic, A Nightmare Before Christmas, what is the name of Jack Skellington's red-nosed pet ghost dog?
Wait, his dog?
Dog name.
0.
Told you it'd be
Got
so
it.
they wouldn't even have a chance to type.
Which, by the way, that movie scares me too much. I haven't watched the most of it.
True. We tried a couple years ago and she couldn't make it through.
You know it's claymation, right?
It's still creepy.
It used to be one of my favorite shows as a kid, and her niece is obsessed
Oh,
with
my
it. Her
niece
whole
has
room's
been
decorated
like-
with it.
She used to, even as a 3-year-old, sleep with a Jack Skellington doll.
And yet her aunt can't even watch the whole movie.
Claymation is creepy. Claymation is just creepy anyway. It doesn't matter what it is. If you took The Office and made it claymation, it would be creepy.
That's fair.
The original, like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and stuff, that's not creepy.
Yes, it is.
Although-
No, it is. It's creepy.
Oh man, as a kid was scary.
And with Tooth, it was fine.
A grown man spent months, probably a collection of grown people, spent months modeling clay for like 10 minutes at a time and then snapping a single picture over and over and over again. Tell me that's not creepy. Not even the product at the end, but the process of making claymation. There's a whole lot going into that.
Most great products are insane ideas.
Wait, hold on. What are we asking me? Have I seen Nightmare Before Christmas? Yes, I've seen that. Have I seen the other one? What was it? The
Rudolph?
was the Rudolph one? I've seen parts of that. I don't know that I've seen the whole movie.
Rowan's still young. She'll get into it.
Rowan watches the same movie 15 times in a row, so it's very interesting. Like I'll put a movie on for her, and then I'll walk away. I'm in the same space. I'm not like letting the TV parent her, but I won't watch it the same way that she does. But after a certain point of time, like I've actually sat down and seen it with her, and those movies are not bad. Pixar kills it. Pixar knows what they're doing.
They do.
Strings.
I don't think
Almost like they really got it down.
Brian.
It's true.
I'm sorry, I talked right over you. What were you saying?
Oh, I was saying there isn't a Pixar movie that I haven't cried in.
She's a crier.
Yeah, I get very emotional.
Even like Cars 2,
And the cars are like the outliers of Pixar, I have to say. They don't really do it for me. So, but I like ugly cried in Coco, and
Coco was good. Coco was good. I liked Inside Out too.
I can only imagine how you cried in Up.
Oh,
That
that was rough.
I mean, the first 15 minutes of Up is like you have to cry. I mean, it's like required. It should be one of the tests to see if people are psychopaths or sociopaths or something.
They're all like that. The first couple of minutes of Finding Nemo is like the saddest thing that I've ever seen in my life.
So I have to say I haven't watched Coraline.
we did.
The mom seems a little creepy to me, but I have seen Corpse Bride. I do like Corpse Bride.
Corpse Bride is actually pretty good. I've got that one. Somebody gave that to us for my wedding, and I was like, "What are you people trying to say?"
That's rough.
It has a wonderful soundtrack.
Yeah, it was a good movie. It was a better movie than I expected, especially since I was not expecting it to be, a wedding gift.
So, Calissa, my wife actually gave me the Up book behind us as a birthday present this past year, and it was it's an actual album of all of our time together. It was very nice.
Oh, no way!
That's really
awesome.
cool.
Does that mean you intend to kill him at some point?
My time is drawing near.
Well, that'd be me, because Ellie was the one who made the.
Yeah, but you gave it to me, so.
Yeah.
Our next question is actually the Canadian challenge question of the night, which calls for the coolest video that we have on our docket. Coolest, see what I did there? And I actually think we need to remove the contestants this time, because 2 times in a row we have had some error where they answered the question. So what happens here, Kim and Jeffrey, this is just for the audience. This is for a $25 gift card to Haven Comics. So we're going to pull you out of the stream here. Huh?
So if I want to answer, type in my answer?
Yeah. Do it from a different account. And then I also have to eat some crow here. That's a phrase, right? People say that. I misread what Owen wrote here. He said, which is the prize for this question? But he was referring to Haunted Night, and I was just straight up wrong. I'm sorry, Owen. I didn't mean to throw you under the bus, and back it up next time. All right, so we're gonna pull Kim and Jeffrey out, and we're gonna ask the Canadian bonus question of the night. Audience, this is just for you.
For a $25 gift certificate to Haven Comics.
Allie L, yes, a gift certificate. I mean, it's a sheet of paper. Let's cut to the prize cam for a second, and they will show you.
Oh, Canada. We have our official Canadian flag waving. We have the coolest prize cam in all of YouTube. I declare it.
That's true. And that's the gift certificate, in case you didn't believe us. To this point, why would you? You didn't know it was there. But now that you do, play
near, far,
this,
near,
gift
far.
card right here. Okay. Canadian icon, William Shatner. Bringing it back. William Shatner is Canadian. Canadian icon.
Question in the style of William Shatner.
No, I don't. Nobody can make me do it.
You
Canadian
totally
icon.
try it. Come on.
I can't do it.
Put a comma after every second word.
Canadian icon, William Shatner's likeness was used in what 1970s scary movie? This is the worst thing I've ever done in my life. I hate myself for doing this.
You're not putting a question mark at the end of it.
I can't commit to it. So, all right, restarting. Canadian icon William Shatner's likeness was used in what 1970s scary movie when a cheap Captain Kirk mask was purchased at a drugstore, repainted, and used to conceal the killer's face? We got some answers before I even started talking. It's Halloween. That's a great answer because it's the right one. Grace, you are correct. The prop master just painted the mask white, widened the eye holes, and removed the sideburns to create Michael Myers' signature look. So Michael Myers, super creepy looking Michael Myers, is just William Shatner. You've been scared of William Shatner this whole time, moviegoers.
Well, I will tell you, all of those vac-tastic, vac-made masks are super creepy.
That's true.
We look at pictures of when we were little kids, and my brother and my cousins have got these vac masks. They are frightening looking.
They're terrifying. It's very, very interesting to me, though, that it is just William Shatner. So, I mean, it justifies my intense fear of him.
Are you sure it's not because he's the Priceline negotiator?
Also, I've never seen that movie, so what am I talking about?
The commercial.
It's a series of commercials for.
No, I meant Halloween, but I've never seen the Star Trek movies either. I don't know that I've ever seen a movie with William Shatner. I just know who he is. All right, Josh, it's your question.
Congeniality?
God, that was so great.
About that.
Miss Congeniality is a phenomenal movie.
I don't know. Is that Sandra Bullock?
Yeah, Sandra Bullock.
The prize cam is actually screaming, laughing, and yelling at me about Miss Congeniality. I don't know what I did. I don't know if I've seen it or not. Maybe I've seen it with the prize cam and forgot. I don't know.
What's your idea of the perfect date?
Are you asking?
It's not too hot. It's not too cold.
All you need is a light jacket.
Such a great movie. Oh my God. A former coworker of mine has got the movie poster for Miss Congeniality, and it's signed by Sandra Bullock and Benjamin Bratt and a few other people who were in the movie. She's a former FBI agent, and she bears somewhat of a resemblance to Sandra Bullock, so people would always call her that. And so they got her the poster signed by them. It was pretty cool.
That's really cool.
Very awesome.
Hey, we have a question from the audience. That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that.
I think these are good questions, Travis.
It's a good mix.
Softballs.
Owen's getting some hate. But let me find this. Owen's on vacation in Las Vegas. He doesn't care. He sent me a picture of his hotel room. It's glorious.
If he sent you a picture of the moon and that was really like his butt, dude, I
said hotel room.
I was gonna laugh. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, that's true. We should do that.
Get the prize cam T-shirt.
Yeah, so like where you put the name on the back for a jersey. Yeah, we should do that. We could sell Canadian prize cam swag. People all over the world would be like, "What are those people advertising?"
Owen said that we should get a T-shirt of me with the quote in like a typical Comic Sans comic bubble that says "haven't seen it." So
you know what? You could absolutely design that, and people would do that. Huh? So in the credits, that's what they call the murderer.
Never heard that.
Is the shape?
Fantastic! I did not know that. I learn something on this show every week.
Last time it was about creepy turnips. You had people drawn.
Yeah, that was weird. And then there was a picture of one on CNN today. I was like, "What is up with that?"
For question 8, we're playing for the Deadpool Classic trade paperback. Yes. So
you will notice
this is going to be
that standard Rob Liefeld looking art there.
I like Rob Liefeld's original Deadpool look.
He's the guy that can't draw hands or feet.
Feet. That'd be correct on both counts.
Yeah. I mean, Deadpool has some ballerina's feet right here for sure.
Rank up there with the best feet he's ever drawn.
That's true.
That's something. All right.
But so this is going to be Deadpool's like original outings. Outside of it's not his first appearance or anything, but it's when he got his own book.
Right. So for that prize, Why did people all over the country panic with the belief that the world was coming to an end on October 30th, 1938? Why did the people of 1938 think the world was ending? Like legit thought the world was ending.
Is the radio show War of the Worlds was broadcasting?
Yes.
That is clever.
Nailed it. War of the Worlds radio broadcast by Orson Welles was written by H.G. Wells. Too many Wells there. Hundreds of thousands of people thought the broadcast was real and were mobilizing to protect themselves and seek shelter. It was supposed to have happened in Grover's Mill, New Jersey. That's where the aliens thought was most important to land.
It's amazing.
Wow.
Radio
Good
was a
job.
big deal back then.
You know, what would be weird is today if people were to hit the news and say, you know, this is Martians have landed, things are terrible. People would be like, yeah, whatever. We're so inoculated against anything
Yeah.
surprising now. People, yeah, I don't believe it.
What's new? I keep. What'd you say?
Said no one would show up to greet real aliens if they landed today.
No.
I
Now,
keep
there's a
seeing.
commercial down in the parking lot at Walmart. Some weird looking guys.
I keep seeing snippets about how we're finding water, like more and more water on Mars, and like nobody cares about that. That's an intense thing. We're like, but nobody cares.
It's part of 2020, you know, other things distract.
Well, now I'm sad. All right, question 9.
Hang on, we're getting more trivia about Halloween.
That's crazy because Westworld is awesome. But Westworld was a movie initially that was like about the crazy Terminator things. It's too much.
I did know that. Thank you very much, Travis.
Travis, the world is not flat. Science is real. All right. For
NASA,
question 9.
Grace works at NASA, and she can tell you that the world is actually totally flat and spins like a penny on a table.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, we think it's a circle because it's spinning so fast. That's what it is.
I don't like this conversation, and it's challenging my worldview. So I'm going to cut to the prize cam. So the next thing we're playing for is my book of short stories that I published in tandem with that comic book. If the prize cam has an extra hand to flip through it. That's just a couple of short stories that I had. I published it in kind of a zine style format with some, I mean, basically they're like little covers for each story, but it's just accompanying art. It's kind of a cool thing. And I haven't thrown this into the show yet. So I thought it might be a fun addition to have this in there too. I have very few of these.
So,
prize cam, cut to one that's actually good. Cut to a picture that's actually good. Instead of showing all the bad ones.
how many hands do you think the prize cam has?
I have yet to reach a definitive answer.
Huh.
Prize Cam has really nice hands, though.
That's true. That's true. Our prize cam is a hand model and during the day.
The prize cam steals the show. So to win that short story collection,
that is
2000
a well cover, I have to admit.
Thank you. I appreciate that. 2017's It, the movie It, became the highest grossing film released on Halloween weekend. What now classic 1999 thriller starring Bruce Willis did it dethrone?
Sixth Sense.
Nailed it. Perfect.
Now,
The Sixth Sense is the answer.
Sixth Sense.
I watched it when I was younger, and I will say for a good month, I could not be at home by myself. I was a kid at that time, and every time the house got cold, I would freak out because I thought a ghost was next to me.
That sounds right.
So, yeah.
Yes, I will sign it.
It.
I'm pretty excited about that one.
Very cool. Well, I hope you guys like it. Also, quick shout out to me. I've seen both of those movies. So
No.
deal with that.
I read the synopsis of it because I heard it had, some psychological deep theme to it, but I was not going to watch it. It's actually really interesting. So.
Wait, you watched it?
No, I read it. I read the synopsis for it. Scary movies is not really what it's about because they have deep meanings and themes and whatnot. So.
Yeah, that's a horrifying movie. The book was terrifying when I read it as an impressionable teenager. That was probably not a smart move on my part.
No.
That cemetery really close to each other, that was a bad move.
Kim just reads the Wikipedia and IMDb pages.
Yeah.
I've got mad respect for anybody who can read the whole It book because it's like this thick, right? I mean, it's like 400,000 pages, like Les Mis, but with a zombie clown.
You have to think Stephen King did a lot of drugs at one point in his life, and you got to think weird demigod zombie clown. He had to be on something.
Well, I mean, he was on cocaine for like 20 years straight.
I mean, it paid off, so who can blame him?
Yeah.
Right.
His
lie.
memoir, one of the better books that I've ever read, like still top 10, and it's a memoir. It's a memoir about the craft of writing. And some of the stuff he talks about, I don't want to repeat. Like the inspiration for a lot of his stuff is just the inspiration's too much for me. But he's a cool guy.
That's fair.
And now anything that he writes, he could write like a grocery list and it would get published and be on HBO. So he's made it. He's done a good job.
I will say, you look at something like The Shawshank Redemption, which is outside of the typical kind of genre you automatically associate with Stephen King.
That was a good movie.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. Okay, so if we want to get our prize cam to jump over, our next prize is the Harry Potter bookmarks. Have you read Harry Potter, or is that too scary?
Oh, I love Harry Potter.
This is like top favorite thing in the world.
I just sold a big statue last Saturday of Voldemort's grave with the angel of death and time.
Nice.
We had one on the shelf at the store. I just sold it Saturday. That thing is a monster. It's huge.
So cool.
Yeah, it really was. So can we cut to the? We've got the prize cam up.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Both trying to cut to it at the same time.
We did. They're magnetic bookmarks. They're really cool.
Cool.
So I'm going to go out on a limb here, Kim, and say you are a Hufflepuff. I suspect you're a Hufflepuff Ravenclaw mix. Are you a Huffleclaw? You're Raven.
Can you be mixed?
Huh?
Can you be mixed? Can you be two?
You can be close. So technically, I am Ravenclaw Gryffindor.
But she blames the Gryffindor side.
That's legit. I will tell you, it's taken me a long time to just own it instead of being embarrassed about it. But I have had multiple times where it comes up that I'm a Slytherin Ravenclaw.
Nice.
I just had to own it. Like, okay, fine, I'm Slytherin. I'll take it.
I wouldn't have traditionally thought you were Slytherin until you just told that story about pulling somebody over the counter to scream at him. And then making him get you a bag of hamburgers.
I didn't make him do anything. He chose to do that.
History writes the story, Josh. All I know is that he had to get you hamburgers.
Dude, he just went and did it because he felt so bad for ruining my shirt. He knew that cheeseburgers would make me feel better. Because, I mean, let's be honest. If you're going to get me a peace offering gift, a cheeseburger is a pretty good way to go for me.
Hey, who doesn't love a cheeseburger?
Right.
So Travis is a straight Gryffindor and his wife is a Slytherin. That seems like a bad combo. But honestly, I've never seen those movies either. Is it a bad combo?
No.
No, they just well,
kids' books
Snape and Lily are
the prequel, the 7th or whatever. Or no,
the Cursed Child.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Is it bad to be a Hufflepuff? Because people call me a Hufflepuff,
No.
and that sounds like an insult.
Oh, the Hufflepuffs are poorly represented in the movies, and they're hardly represented in the book.
Newt Scamander is a Hufflepuff.
Who? What is he?
The main guy in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, he's a Hufflepuff.
Is he cool? I haven't seen that either.
He's totally normal.
He's not.
No weird quirks at all.
Yeah. Nobody sees him as, I want to be like that guy. They
I'm gonna watch that one now.
Wow, he's kind of depressed and weird.
He likes his animals.
He does. That's true.
Is there a Hufflepuff Pokemon?
Not that I know of, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Also, I think Travis just called me a Pokemon, so I think we need to move on.
All right, so you want to win those magnetic bookmarks because they're cool and because you're a Harry Potter fan. So we're going to hope you answer this question correctly, and I'm betting that you will. So, before starring as Joyce Byers in Stranger Things, what actress made her mark on Halloween cinema by also starring in the classic Beetlejuice and in the questionably classic Bram Stoker's Dracula?
And Edward Scissorhands. That's a good one.
Edward Scissorhands.
Winona Ryder.
I like how you added one to that, and then that's like the guy who was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and on the very last question, he hadn't used any of his lifelines, and he said, "I want to phone a friend," and they said, "Okay." So they pulled his dad up on the phone, and he said, "Hey, Dad, I just wanted to tell you, I just won $1 million," and then he told him.
Nice. That's a baller move.
Yeah, he wasn't really into himself at all.
Who wouldn't be? You just won $1 million.
I would love to win $1 million.
Yeah, I would take. I like how she looked at you for that too. Like,
I
that was like putting the responsibility on you. I would love to win $1 million, Jeffrey.
Hey, I brought a lot of debt to this relationship. It's gonna be a while.
We both did.
Law school.
Edward Scissorhands is a Christmas movie. I think Owen is giving us a hint for a Christmas special, if anybody's paying attention.
Is that kind of like Die Hard's a Christmas movie?
Yeah.
Well, there's also
Die Hard is totally a Christmas movie.
Iron Man 3 is a Christmas movie too.
Ultra Dogs.
It's true.
Yeah, a little bit. All right. Well, so you won your prize. You got your Harry Potter bookmarks. That's awesome. Let's go through what's our next question here, Jeremy.
So, Kim, I know you're going to love our next prize. It is a custom sketch drawing of Man-Thing on Age of Ultron versus Marvel Zombies. It's not scary at all. Michael Toth is a tattoo artist that I met online, and he drew Man-Thing for me because that is my spirit animal.
Nice.
And I thought it was creepy. I've loved it for a while. I thought it was time for somebody else to love it. So that is the next prize for our next question here, which awesome. Is, thank you. I didn't have anything to do with it, but I just took credit for it anyway. After Purdue University created a licking machine, they determined that it actually takes an average of 364 licks to reach the center of what popular Halloween candy?
Do you want this prize?
You can say it.
Do you want this prize?
Sure.
Tootsie Roll Pop.
Oh.
Tootsie Pop?
Oh, yes. Okay. I'm going to give it to you. You got the spirit of it. It is a Tootsie Pop. Number one, though, I want to say, why not just hire a bunch of like freshmen? You give them like a couple of Tootsie Pops and $4 and be like, do this.
Because the ad, you can't trust.
You need a machine.
Times.
I did it recently. Right. I did, but I just didn't crunch it, so I don't know that counts. That's not what they're looking for.
Also, I guess they wanted measurable data that all the licks were the same.
Absolutely.
But how do they also know when to say, like, okay, we are definitely at just the Tootsie Roll part? Like, any sliver of the candy left, or does it have to be completely just
no more
Tootsie
shell?
left?
No more shell.
I want to be in the control group. Yeah.
But so this is a stupid experiment. This is just downright dumb because they're first off they're Terminator machines that are designed just to eat Tootsie Pops, and that sounds like that Harry Harlow experiment with the monkeys. Like I'm hearing this like really warped version of reality. There's not human licks. We don't know about human licks. We just know about these Terminators.
Sounds like your next project speaking for it.
It kind of does.
We should have it's just Jeremy looking at Tootsie Pop.
It only gets bad when they start mistaking like your arm for a Tootsie Roll. Like, no, you're like, no, that's bone. Oh.
That got real dark real quick. That went somewhere I did not expect.
Grace, you're a true scientist.
Wow, that's impressive, Grace.
She's an actual scientist, so that doesn't surprise me at all.
I'm getting trashed a little bit here. Jeremy just wants to be the licker. I do want some Tootsie Pops, so if anybody has any, please send them to me.
That's true. That's probably published out there somewhere. I bet we could find it.
Also,
sounds...
college kids would be really excited to be on a paper anywhere. So I'm surprised.
The other thing too is maybe they're trying to market candy toward poor kids, right? And they're like, this is candy that will last forever if all you do is lick it. Don't bite it, just lick it. And that candy, little kid, will last you for 4 days.
If you don't eat this food, you can keep it forever.
Well, you can still enjoy it, just little bits at a time. It's like the ultimate rationing. You wrap it back up and come back to it tomorrow. You're like, my jaw is tired.
I like this next question.
This next question is a good one. And this is for a prize if we can go to the prize cam.
Let's go to the prize cam.
A fun little board game called Munchkin Magical Mess. Have you guys ever played any of the Munchkin games?
No.
Prize cam, can you lift that up? The game's it's a real game. It's got a little heft to it.
Yeah, it's a card game.
Cool.
And it's got a board. It's a fun little game. The Munchkin games in general are just kind of fun. They tend to caricature other things. So there's a game called Munchkin, and the basic premise is you kick down a door by flipping over a card off of one deck. And if the card you flip over is a monster, you have to fight it or run away. If you win, you get whatever it's in that room that it's guarding. That's the simplest, basic way of doing it, right? But there's all different kind of versions. There's like a sci-fi themed version. There's a fantasy themed version. There's zombies, superheroes, westerns.
Cool.
Can you mix them up?
Samurais, horror movie, you name it, anything you can think of. There's a different version of it. But that's the heart of the game. And different cards have different things, different abilities and stuff like that. And this is a different take on that. It's a little bit of a different mechanic, but it's the same basic game. It's fun.
Cool.
Does Haven have a lot of board games?
Do what?
Does Haven Comics have a lot of board games?
Well, we are actually phasing board games out and moving more RPGs in. But we do have some board games still around. And if you're interested, we have them all on sale for 50% off right now.
We are interested.
Come out, take a look at what we got. I know we have some Smash Up if you haven't played that. Smash Up is a lot of fun. That's a great game. We've got several different iterations of Munchkin. If you just want to try some different flavors of Munchkin, it's a fun game.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's good stuff. So to win the Munchkin Magical Mess, you have to answer this question correctly. Transylvania is noted as being the home of Dracula. But in what southeastern European country will you actually find his castle?
I have no idea. It's all you.
Romania?
Got it.
Nailed it.
Woo!
Man, killing
Yeah.
it.
Kim, you are killing it.
Historically, it is on the border of Transylvania and Wallachia. But today that's called Romania.
That is one of my...
What?
I mean, talk over you, Kim.
Oh, no. I was just going to say, I met a guy who was like a great nephew or something of like the real Count dude, the one who killed everyone. Yeah. So
Vlad Tepes.
yeah, I think so.
Brom Castle is one of my bucket list items. I know I'm never going to be able to convince the prize cam to go to Brom Castle, so I got to find some adventurous friends to do that one.
That's awesome.
Is it haunted?
I mean, Dracula lived there, and he put people's heads on sticks, so
I'll
probably.
go there in a heartbeat.
See, as long as it's not haunted, I'll be fine with going. But
So
well, just think about it this way: Dracula just got an early and very realistic start on his Halloween decorating.
yeah.
There you go.
But what I just understood is Josh committed, Kim and Jeffrey both committed, so like we're doing this trip.
sounds good.
All right, no takebacks.
I've always wanted to go.
Really? I thought that
Yeah.
was just a me thing. I thought that I was the only weirdo who wanted to go there.
Oh no, you're the only weirdo for a lot of things, but not that.
We are coming up to the end of the quiz show here, and so we've got 13 questions in honor of Halloween. We are on the 13th question. That is going to be for...
Let's cut to that prize cam, because I got to tell you, for those who don't know, Andy Price is a friend of Haven. I've known Andy for a long time. He's one of the earliest customers at Haven, and he became the artist on My Little Pony, and when he did, he moved to Atlanta. So he's no longer at the store, but we still consider him a Havenite. And I just got that in the mail from him yesterday. So that is a Morticia Addams print that he did just recently and sent to us. And so we decided to put that out as a prize tonight. So if you like that, be sure to post a picture of it online with Andy Price's name on it. He gets Google alerts and stuff. He'll see it and he'll be very happy.
That's very cool.
You have some very talented friends.
You will have to look long and hard to find somebody who likes the Addams family more than Andy Price. Yeah, they're cats. The Addams family and the Munsters, they like both of those. So they've got cats who are named Morticia and Gomez and things like that. I mean, that's just typical for them.
So, to win the Andy Price Morticia print, there have been 12 films in the Friday the 13th film series, but how many of them were actually released on Friday the 13th? I can't say Friday. This is a very specific question.
Can you say penguin?
Penguin?
That's 12 answer.
1 out of 12.
Yeah.
True.
No. 10.
Sorry, our dogs are getting up on our laps.
Hey, yeah, let's see Nana.
Are they wearing costumes?
Barry threw it off.
Well, they can blame her, but we can still see Nana. That's all good.
We're gonna guess 12.
It's pretty close.
All 12. That's a solid guess.
Yeah. It's one of the wrong answers.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad I found one.
Man, you should see the comments right now. So 1, 2, 3. No, just any. So, I mean, somebody's going to get it eventually. It is a number.
Hey, Nana!
Hey, buddy.
Oh, how great is that?
Anybody in the comments want to put in the right answer? We do want someone to walk away with this. All right, we got 10. We got 11 here. 2 brothers listed. One that is categorically wrong. Can't possibly win. Do you see Travis? I feel like Travis is going to get to it eventually. Oh, there he goes. It's 5.
Wow, that's much lower than I would have thought.
Agreed. I didn't try very hard.
There aren't that many Friday the 13th, right?
We happen that often.
Okay.
Certainly not in October, anyway.
Kind of missed that part of it being Friday the 13th.
Did not think about it.
So that's it for the quiz portion of the show. Thank you, Owen. They weren't all softballs. I think Kim and Jeffrey actually just did a good job to summarize. Hold on one second.
Yeah, let's talk to our prizes because they won a slew of prizes today.
Yeah, they did. All right, so you guys won the Ninja Turtle mask. You won my comic. You won the Walking Dead variant comic. You won the Deadpool graphic novel. You won my short story collection. You won the Harry Potter bookmarks, the Man-Thing sketch, which I know you guys are going to cherish, and the Munchkin Magical Mess.
Wow, thanks so much.
That's so awesome. Thank you.
That's just a tiny little lap dog. Awesome.
Speaking of lapdogs, we had a giveaway for Halloween for our costume contest. We didn't get the traction we wanted, but we did have 4 entrants, 2 of which were dogs. So we got these guys. That's Rick and Morty, right?
No,
Doc and Marty.
and those were actually from our cosplay contest in April for our At Home Heroes Con. I just posted that up there to let people know if they want to post pictures of their dogs, they should.
I want to throw that up again because these dogs look like they have seen it all. These dogs look like they have seen the end of the galaxy and back.
They have wise eyes.
Mm-hmm.
If you saw them outside of that picture, you would not think that. I will say they are both search and rescue dogs.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they're Nova Scotian duck-tolling retrievers. They could be part of our Canadian question. But yeah, they are both search and rescue dogs. They're water dogs. They particularly look for drowning victims. Is one of the things that they do.
Aww, that's awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah. Kim, I need your help with this next one. You let me know how accurate this costume is. Oh, what's this?
This is Bear as Harry Potter with the glasses.
That's fantastic.
That's great.
That's a sweet dog. Look at that.
Yeah.
Face.
Or wolf.
Ah, it's a French dog.
All right. Kim, I do need your help, though. Let me know how accurate this costume is.
Okay.
Nailed it.
Is that Gypsy?
Aww.
That looks like Gypsy.
Very accurate.
Then we also have Alan Brelove's daughter as a sloth.
Aww.
Sloths are awesome.
They're his favorite.
And then this is Grace as Batgirl.
Oh, nice.
Grace, that's the first time I've seen your Batgirl. That's awesome.
Impressive costume.
She did some really cool cosplay. Her Spider-Woman or her Spider-Girl is amazing. Yeah, she does great stuff. That's the first time I've seen that, though. That's amazing, Grace. Very cool.
We would love to do that one day. Into cosplay and go to all the Comic Cons and whatnot.
Well, everybody who submitted a prize or submitted a picture for our contest is going to get a keychain and a lapel pin or a acrylic pin that they can stick on whatever they want to poke a hole through.
Very cool.
Represent.
Awesome.
I love that you say whatever you want to poke a hole through. Like, you don't even have to, doesn't have to be yours. You just poke a hole through whatever you want.
I guess it should belong to you. That should be a caveat.
I was just finding things to poke holes in. I was on children's balloons first, but I'm glad you
Well, I
let
guess
me know.
if you
My
have that
own
on your
stuff.
lanyard and there's some annoying kid with a balloon, you could be like,
Poor Rowan.
For anyone that hates kids, pick up a Haven comic.
poor Rowan. Wow.
All right, so all of our winners, especially these 2 dogs, are going to walk away.
For the record, those dogs, because they're Nova Scotian duck-tolling retrievers, they are named after towns in Nova Scotia.
Oh, smart.
So the one is named Tusket, and the other one is named Barrington.
Hey, guys.
It's Tusket and Barrington. Yes, they're very, very erudite dogs.
It looks like the prize cam is cheating and has added a last-minute contestant to the costume contest.
Oh.
Winner.
How adorable.
This is my daughter. This is her first
big.
purse. It is a skull, and it is full of pumpkins. Prize cam, can we show the pumpkins that my daughter just carries around all day long?
I like how she took that back. Like, nah, unhand that.
Oh man,
How great is that?
she's the best.
She's
I don't
cute.
mean to be that guy, but I'm that guy.
It's a worthy moment.
Hey, when you have a kid that cute, you gotta show it off, you know?
Yeah. Because you didn't contribute much to that cuteness.
That's true. She looks exactly like my wife.
Kristen has a good point.
Christine.
Yeah. Oh, and where are the Scooby-Doo questions?
Ruh-roh.
Also, Christine, you made our mask, right? Our Ninja Turtles mask. Which
She
I
also
think
dropped off another prize at the store the other day that we'll have to add to our prize packs from Christine. She's very generously giving us prizes for our show.
Well, awesome.
and we really appreciate that. Thank you.
I'm pretty excited about the mask.
That looks awesome.
Yeah, they are very cool. As a doctor, I guess kids would love it.
So I have a couple different masks, and I actually try and match my earrings to them, like Mickey Mouse and Harry Potter and Star Wars, Batman. So
Do you have Ninja Turtle earrings?
I don't, but I'm gonna have to get some now.
We will
Yeah,
very
you could just get little nunchucks. They could go right through on one side, and that would be perfect. Little nunchuck earring. You could go,
Careful though, kids might grab them.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Kim, Jeffrey, we really appreciate having you on. Thank you so much for taking time away from.
Happy Halloween, everybody, and have a safe Halloween, but still load up on candy.
Happy Halloween.
If you want to come pick up your prizes, they'll be at Haven on Saturday. Josh, what's the address for Haven Comics?
1871 Slaughter Road, Suite F, as in Frank. We are the best comic book store located at that address.
Nice.
Bar none. I'm confident in that.
So,
See you Saturday.
Saturday. Did you say Friday?
See you Saturday.
Christine, I've donated 500 different masks. Wow.
That's super sweet. Yes.
You'll be getting a DM shortly.
All right, guys, we really appreciate you. We're gonna play the show out, and I hope everybody has a chance to come by next week. I gotta play this again. This is
Well done.
That's so cool.
too good.
Jeremy, did
All
you
right,
make?
no, I paid somebody on Fiverr to do that.
Nice,
I don't
nice.
have time to make things.
Those, like, you have so many different interests for Haven Comics, but I feel like everyone needs one for like everyday life.
That's right.
Oh yeah,
I'm
Establish your mood for the day.
that's like this one right here.
That's awesome.
I have to
like
work
your
it
little
in.
music At the end, your little do-do-do-do-do.
All
When
right,
was
now
the first time the monster was real in Scooby Doo?
then the first time the monster was real.
Is it
What
the
is that?
Zombie Island one? Because that one they were real. The witches were real. Witch cats. Is it that one?
I bet it was when they had the Harlem Globetrotters on.
Are you calling the Harlem Globetrotters monsters?
No, I'm just saying it would be convenient for they would both run into actual monsters, and the Harlem Globetrotters would like bounce basketballs off their head.
But they were in a couple of episodes, though, weren't they? Harlem.
They were, and so was Batman.
I know that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, from the Justice League cartoons
Oh.
back in the day.
Hey, it was Zombie Island.
Well, if Alan's right, Alan might not.
Which
be
he
right.
probably is. Alan has an irritating habit of being right frequently.
Christine, what's the answer?
Christine's not going to tell us the answer. We just have to live with Alan's answer as the correct one.
Zombie
Unless we
Island it
want to
is.
do like research.
It's a cliffhanger for next episode. Come on back.
You know what? Owen, I think we need to work that one in. All right, guys, I'm going to play us out. Thank you so much for joining us, and we hope to see you next time.